Morning, honorable juries, ladies and gentlemen. The 14th President of America, Ronald Reagan, once said, it's not absence of conflict, it is the ability to handle conflict by peaceful means. End quote. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Darrell Laksana from State Senior High School HU Jakarta, and it's an honor for me to give a speech about how our beloved country, Indonesia, can be a bright light in these seemingly dark times in our current world situation. There is a group in this world consisting of the world's major economies from all the inhabited continents, whose members are responsible for 80% of the world's GDP, 75% of global trade, and 60% of the world's population. This group is known as the G20. Can you imagine how big the role, responsibility, and obligation that G20 has to the interests of humanity globally? Since they hold so much power and keep the world's resources within their hands, they should be obligated to share their knowledge and resources to everyone else struggling to take care of themselves. Therefore, the G20 should be a warm shelter for all nations, a generous hero who can be relied on, or a giant bridge that is connected to each other. Moreover, it's a sharp spearhead to solve global problems together. Sounds nice, right? Well, however, in reality, that beautiful, sweet idealism does not happen. Despite all the power and resources they hold, the leaders of these big countries tend to be individualistic and only care about the interests of their own countries. And the number one worst thing is that they are only focusing their attention on everything that benefits their own countries, turning a blind eye to conflicts and humanitarian crises that do not occur within their own territories or are directly related to them. We can see it from how they have neglected countries during the COVID-19 pandemic. According to the independent panel, on November 1st, 2021, the G20 didn't succeed to provide specific and crucial action to allocate vaccine doses globally. With this kind of ignorance, 80 countries were about to miss the WHO's vaccination target, which is 40% of the world's population by the end of December that year, leaving those unlucky enough to have COVID in these countries to despair upon their countries lacking medical capacity. Or look at how selfish they are on handling climate change, with all their false promises and half-hearted efforts to face it, when they pledge to solve climate change but make so few commitments about it. Did you know that in order to solve climate change, the G20 agreed to reaffirm the commitment for wealthy countries to transfer $100 billion annually? A very pleasant sounding agreement that has not been fulfilled. What a sad reality it is. Is this a big problem? Absolutely. But it is not the worst problem, since we all know that money is not everything. Let me repeat that one more time. Money is not everything. In fact, the true root of the problem lies somewhere else. The source of all of these problems comes from the lack of awareness and friendship between these countries. They are lacking love and compassion, which are the fundamental rules to live together in a peaceful and prosperous global society, ladies and gentlemen. But here, our beloved nation, Indonesia comes and plays a role. Indonesia, the largest island country in the world, with its ingrained hospitality, with its free and active politics, Indonesia befriends everyone that Indonesia meets. Let me humbly explain it here. The first component is free, declares that Indonesia is seeking to build relationships with other nations without any pressure from any party, and second is active, implying that Indonesia actively participates in preserving international peace. Indonesia upholds the principle of interconnectivity between countries, or we can even say that Indonesia sees other countries not just as allies but as friends. Indonesia can see the world in a very holistic perspective and act inclusively. Indonesia treats other countries with love and compassion. From what I've said before, we can clearly see how Indonesia could become a friendly bridge between the Russia-Ukraine conflict, attempting to bring peace. Or just look at how easily this beautiful country got accepted in international organizations such as ASEAN, GNB, or even IOC, as countries see Indonesia as a loyal brother. I have hope for Indonesia. I have faith that this beautiful country will continue to bring great changes to the world. This speech started with a quote from the president of the most gigantic country. And now I will end this speech with a quote from the president of the world's warmest country. The president of Indonesia, Sukarno, once said, "Give me 1,000 elders and I will pull Semeru mountain out of its roots. Give me 10 youngsters and I will shake the world." And it means that Sukarno believes that Indonesia can make an enormous change, or perhaps politically we can say rumble the world with its enormous power. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Let us see for ourselves the rumble that our great nation shall bring. That is from me. I hope that my speech could spark a light in your hearts. Thank you very